I'll never forget the first month or so in law school when I was taking my wills and trusts class. And I was very apprehensive and even a little bit scared of trusts because I didn't really know anything about them. Everybody's heard of a last will and testament, and it handles your estate when you die, and there's this big reading of the will, which actually doesn't happen. But nonetheless, you feel like you know a little bit about a will. But trusts were always mystifying to me because I felt like there's some magic that goes on, and they're going to be incredibly complex to learn and understand and take examinations on at the end of the semester. And I'm not one to get nervous about a lot of stuff, but trusts actually made me nervous because I felt they were these mystical documents that I would have a hard time understanding. But when you really boil a trust down, it's really not difficult, not building rockets, and it's not scary. So let's talk about what is a trust. A trust is a entity. And when I say entity, it could be something similar to like an LLC or a corporation. So it's an entity that we create under the law, and it gets assets. It can get assets during our life if we put assets into the trust, and that could be opening a bank account or an investment account or owning property or even owning a business in the name of the trust. When I say putting assets into the trust, it's not like a storage building where you just go open the door and throw shit in there. It's financial or real property assets. And that trust has someone who creates it. And the person who created it is called the grantor or the settlor or the trustor. We call it the grantor. And then the second party involved in the trust is called the trustee. That's the person who manages the assets. And that person has the checkbook, has investment authority, distribution authority, similar to like what you do right now with your own checking account if you don't have a trust. The final piece of the equation is the beneficiary, who has the right to benefit from the trust assets. Maybe that's getting income from it, maybe that's being distributed assets from it, anything like that. And when most people create a revocable trust for their estate plan, they wear all three hats. They are the person creating the trust, they're the person managing the trust, and they're the person benefiting from the trust. So, it's not really a big deal. You run your life just like you did before you got a trust, and the IRS doesn't even care about your trust. They don't even need you to get a tax ID until after you die for the trust because it's just you. So if trusts are scary to you and you're afraid that they're these mystical creatures that are going to be too complex for you to manage, don't worry about it. Just call a good attorney and they'll explain it to you. Have a great day.